Oddio, mi sta facendo rifare sta scena.
The tunnel.
Uz. Oddio. Porca... Ma che figata! Ma che figo l'animazione di morte! Ah, ma oddio, ma qui c'è anche qualcos'altro.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Ecco, mi ho fermato qui. C'è una luce. Ah, parole di potere. Parole di armi. Pac. Vada, basta che non ci siano mostri. Ah, sì, stava piovendo anche prima.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home?
Mortacci tua, sei gigantesco sta roba.
Would I be home? Or was
Che
this just
cazzo?
an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Ma dato questo qui non c'era. Quello era questo? No, questo.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
Mannaggia, mannaggia. Parliament Tower. The Dark Place, The Dark Place, The Dark Place.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Vabbè, ma quanti ascensori? Tanto anche Oh, pezzo de merda, come cazzo osi a aprirti da solo? Tutto. Mamma mia. Vabbè, saliamo. A pieno stile. Au. Porco... Capitolo 3, tormento.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Alice, ma quante foto ti fa?
Alice! Alice!
Boh, qui. Scegliere foto per poster mostra.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Pam.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Mazza che casa, oh. Ma sti cazzi quanti libri. Minchia. Ne voglio anch'io così tanti. Sì, minchia quanti libri. Guarda, qui c'è una fotocamera, però voglio aspettare perché prima voglio controllare un po' ovunque. Qui cosa c'è? Video art doc nelle schermate mult. Cos'è la multa? No. Punto focale del luogo buio. Io prenderei quel coltello, eh. Una pagnotta. Altra roba. Parte 1. E c'è una scheda SD. Una scheda di memoria. Ah, qui. Clic. Crack. Salve Alice. E spegni a cazzo di luce.
Younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Dark Place, The Art of Alice Wake. Oddio. Ah, posso entrarci.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looked me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Ma mica è durato pochissimo. No, no. Faccio un altro episodio.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
E allora, con queste tazze avete rotto i
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
E rieccoci qui.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Allora. Interrogatorio Alan
Just gave us
Wake.
a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Tac.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Profilazione.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Tu stai nascondendo le pagine.
Mr. Wake, I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Ok, le strappo, tranquillo.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Un'altra pagina del manoscritto. Tac.
The cult of the tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation.
No, a me serve Alan Wake, è forte.
That flannel.
Con il secchio nella sala dell'axe dell'inserviente. Gioca nell'ordine in cui preferisco. Secchio qui dentro? Oddio. Ah, faccio così.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. The dark presence had stopped me. Seeing the title page of another manuscript.
Non posso
Return.
uscire.
I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it. I would write a new draft of initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site. Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out, but still in danger.
Oddio, ancora qui.
Welcome. Our guest tonight is Alan Wake. This time we wanted to do something.
Ma la porta
I was
aperta.
back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the divine old gods of Asgard.
Cos'è? Aspetta. Fammi salvare. Devo salvare. La storia del viaggio di Alan Wake, il musical! C'è un musical, cos'è? La faccia di Alan Wake! È bellissimo! Ah, no, devo fare io il musical, seriamente? Facciamo sto musical, va! Ma che... Cos'è? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo è? Vabbè, almeno non è copyright, pieno di copyright. Non ho la torcia. Non è un gioco horror questo? Oh. Ma che figata! Io mi immagino sta gente che si è messo veramente a ballare.
So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker I chased those frights away. Who knew? So true. So here is the clue of hope to remember.
Ah, qui. Oh, oh. Ah, vaffanculo. Hai filmato, pensavo fosse... Ma si sono messi veramente a ballare per questa scena. Quanto... Oddio, ma c'è anche lui! Io mi beccherò il copyright di sto video, io lo so già. Lo so già che mi beccherò il copyright. Ma perché tutti ballano? Non è un gioco horror questo! Guarda come ballano! E meno male che io sto riuscendo a trovare dove si bisogna andare, se no... Fammi uscire, se no mi beccano il copyright! Mi becco il copyright! Ancora! Ah, grazie per l'Oscar! Ancora!
Thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers. It was all too much, I had to get away.
Dove cazzo devo andare? Mi sono perso, aiuto! Ah, qui! E adesso cado visto che non vedo niente. Ah, luce! Poi fai ridere sta... È morto! È morto, alla wiki è morto, niente. Sì, senta, non fai il Kabiren di turno. Cos'è? Ah, la torcia! Finalmente! Oh cazzo, non mi dici che devo combattere con la musica? Se no io sono fottuto.
But there is more to it than meets the eye. I never meant for it to ruin my life that way. Would you say you let the jaded lie? Dark shades could never save the day. So sad, but true.
Allora, non so dove cazzo sto andando. Spero di andare nella direzione giusta. Piu piu. Poi mi piace il fatto che è una band vera sta qua. Oddio, oh, pezzo di merda, oh! Vuoi far botte? Oh, vuoi far botte? Sì, tu! Tu! Tu con gli occhiali! Io ho una pistola, ne? Oh, oh, oh! Ancora, oh! Viece! Aiuto, dove cazzo sto andando? Ma? Ah, devo andare di qui, ok. Mi sto perdendo! No, niente, è depresso. Mannaggia. Di qui? Ma quanto dura sta canzone? Di qui? Oh! Ah, oddio, sta cambiando! La luce. Che devo mettere qui. Oh, finalmente esco. Finalmente. Oddio, questo qui è Alan Wake 1. Ma
He could write a new story like Tom Zane before him, and maybe they'd be happy once again. Just one shot, one more chance for him to save their marriage away from the city, a romantic getaway.
Friend Zone. La faccia di Alan Wake. Ah, quanti copyright ti beccherò in sto video. Oh, finalmente. Oddio, una flare gun. Ma faccio i culi con sta arma. È la stessa canzone di prima. Oh. Ah, devo seguire le frecce, ok. Oh cazzo! Pezzi di merda! Oddio! È morto! Aia! Au! Che figo! Flare. Oddio! Ma tutto... Aia! Dove cazzo ho sbucato fuori quello? È pieno di... Ma che figo che devo combattere con la musica! Cazzo, 2 in 1. Vabbè, mi sento al sicuro un sacco con enemies. Grazie. Bellissimo che le scritte mi dicono nemici. Come se non li vedo, guarda. No. Ah no, continuano a ballare, a cantare. Morti? No, non sono morti. Headshot. Oh! Oh cazzo, finito le munizioni. Oh! Safe, sicuro. Ok, perfetto. Sono gasato, devo andare avanti. Oh sì, finalmente! Fammi uscire da sto posto! Ti prego! Ancora qui. Mamma mia.
That was interesting.
È stato inteso.
A vision.
Ancora. Oh. No, non era finito.
Such a dark place, am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo scenes to seek out again and again until I figure it out to bring this song to its end.
No? Che devo fare? Ah. Fammi uscire! Non mi dire che mi fanno riascoltare la... Avete finito?
And I thought this place couldn't get any stranger.
Questo episodio dura 50 minuti. Lo so già. Ancora. Minchia che faccia da drogato che hai. L'uscita è aperta. Fatto subito, porca di quella puttana. Mi sono cagato in mano. Fammi indovinare, alla fine metteranno la musica. No, non ho messo un'altra musica, ok. Elo. Dico solo questo, Elo.